Welcome to Strength and Sanity podcast, where we will dive into the world of mental health and nutrition. This is Ash, and this is Millen.
What's up, guys?
How are you guys doing today? I know it's a busy world out there, and we all have mental health that we deal with. But today we're going to share our stories, and we're going to talk to a lot of doctors and nutritionists, and we're going to share their stories and how they help people with mental health problems and how they work with patients day to day. And Millen, he's going to tell you about some of his stories and how he's going to be coping up with his mental health.
School's tough, man. School's tough. So just kind of I guess before we get too far into it, cameraman Steven, you guys will be hearing from him a lot.
Come on, Steven, let's get it.
You guys, this might be... Come on, Steven. Let the people know.
Come on, man.
Sorry, guys. He's camera shy.
Hello.
Steven!
Hey, yo, thanks, Steven, for helping us out here.
Anytime we make cameraman Steven references, it's the face you got to remember. So, but this is us. This is the team. This is Strength and Sanity podcast here.
This is our first episode. We're gonna just getting introduced to ourselves and know what we're gonna talk about. We are gonna have some couple of events and things to talk about.
Yeah, no, it's crazy to think that this is kind of our first episode. There was so much work behind the scenes too that it took to get to this point. I mean, we actually came up with the idea over the summer, and we hopped on a call about it. I think like June.
Yeah, I felt like mental health is like a big issue in our community.
Yeah.
And especially as students, we are dealing with it day to day. Mm-hmm. I mean, as soon as like assignments and exams pile up, we feel the stress. We feel that we have to perform our best. And sometimes performing to our best can put a toll on our body and our physical health, and also forget about the nutrition side of it too.
Yeah.
Like, don't you think like sometimes when you go every day to class, you feel a little bit tired as soon as the semester starts. When the semester starts, you're like feeling so good. Mm. But then once the middle of the semester like hits, you feel like suddenly your whole body is exhausted and just kind of like, I don't know, it feels so hard on your body overall. You just can't concentrate. You forget to go to the gym. You forget to take care of your body by like eating food. The correct type of food, actually, just not all the time going to McDonald's or just going to KFC or something like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think a lot of people do a great job of, before that first exam hits, there's like, whenever we start exam season, that's kind of where everything goes out the window. But as far as like getting in a routine, eating, exercising, that's all fine. And then the first exam hits and you have this series of exams that happen, and it just... the routine crumbles. I mean, you just can't keep up. Then you got to do laundry. You're out of socks and underwear. Then your shirts and shorts are gone.
It's the truth. Yes,
it's true. I mean,
I'm a victim here. I feel like everyone has their own struggles, and some people know how to cope up with them. But then there's the rest of the world where we're still figuring it out.
Yeah. And that's perfectly fine. You're in the right place because we're going to expose you guys to all different kinds of methods, tactics. Hear from all different kinds of backgrounds, different experts, because it really doesn't discriminate. I mean, I think anybody and everybody can benefit from hearing a little bit about mental health and just mental health practices.
That is true. Even myself, I don't know a lot about mental health yet, but I'm still learning, and we're all learning it. As we learn, we're going to help you also understand the importance of mental health by talking to doctors, nutritionists, who are going to teach us so that we all can share the same insight to you guys. And that's why we're here. We're doing this for all of us. And we're trying to help the community, maybe try to improve like the student health, student body, and maybe you guys can get some information from it. If you guys think it's really good, then check us out.
Yeah, no, we want to be we want you guys to be as much of a part of this as we are. And really, like, any interaction you guys can give. We're always open to questions, comments, any kind of feedback you guys have. As soon as we post this episode, I mean, hit us up. We're all over on any kind of form of social media you use, really. I mean, we got Instagram, TikTok. What else do we have besides Instagram, TikTok?
I guess we got Twitter now, too.
Are we on Twitter?
We will be.
We will be on Twitter. Eventually, this will be on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Instagram Reels, not just posts. Make sure you go watch those Reels.
And we'll have some surprises too. We're going to have some athletes on the show, some people you might know, some people you might not know. But
you will know
it might
eventually.
be interesting. You never know who is going to be on this podcast, and that's the good part of it, right? A surprise.
Yeah, no, we're really excited. We have a great season 1 of Strength and Sanity coming for you guys, and I think you'll have a great time. Join us for this ride. It's gonna be. We're all learning. You know, I guess we haven't really introduced us. I mean, we're all UW-Madison students.
Yeah.
Are you bio and food science, Steven?
Yeah, bio and food science.
Bio food science pre-PhD grad school?
Yep.
Yeah, pre-PhD, biochem pre-dental, biochem pre-med. So if you're into health sciences, grad school, stressors of just school in general, I mean, you're in the...
Hey, trust me, this is not just for the medical side, like the medical science of it.
No.
This is for everyone. It doesn't matter you're like in any of the majors. This is for everyone. Mental health is literally hits everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So us pre-med students and pre-dental students and bio students, we all have a hard time surviving like the semesters, but we try our best, and we see how it goes.
Yeah.
In the end of the day, we made it, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's tough, man. It's tough. I mean, there are just days where you want to do absolutely nothing. Like, I am absolutely cooked.
Some days I just want to get some canes and just go home and eat and watch Monday Night Football.
Oh, man.
Like today, we probably go home, watch some Thursday Night Football.
Broncos Saints, man. Bo Nick's legacy game.
I don't know what the score is, but sure it's not going to be that fun.
We have
Sorry for those Broncos fans.
It's bad. It's bad. Saints fans, look away. It's bad.
Well,
yeah, but that's kind of what you can get from us. So kind of really the way we're thinking about these episodes is we're going to try and have a guest speaker, either medical, athlete, nutritionist, kind of all over the place, really. Because like we said earlier, mental health is anywhere and everywhere. So we're going to have a variety of speakers come on the show. And every now and then we'll try and change it up. We'll do kind of more interactive activities, ask for your guys' input from the community. Might even need volunteers or have students come on the show. And that's really what we want to do. And yeah, that's what you can expect from us.
And if you got any ideas or activities we should do, just hit the comments.
Please,
we're gonna check them out, and we will try our best to do as much as we can.
Especially because we know a lot of you guys won't comment. We will be able to respond to every single comment.
Exactly. We're new, we're fresh, but we want to help the community as much as you guys want to help us. We're gonna help and try to build this community. We're gonna try to build this podcast from the ground up. I know it's our first episode, but it's a start.
To start, you got to start somewhere, and that kind of just applies to everything. Because I know we're pretty nervous about getting all the equipment. We didn't even know where we were going to record the podcast studio.
Exactly.
Had zero clue how to use audio equipment, any form of like media, marketing. Like that's just not.
We don't know any math side of it, but we do know the audience. We know what you guys deal with every day, and we're here to help you. And we may not be like mental health advisors. Mm-hmm. But we can point you some directions to some mental health advisors who can help you out. And we have doctors on the show who's always going to be able to answer your questions. And if you have any questions, you can always hit the description. You can hit our link up. You can text us, whatever. We will help you out.
Yeah. No, reach out. I mean, comment whatever you want to. Eventually, we want to get to the point where you can have Q&A sessions too. We'll respond to people's comments from either on YouTube, podcast, kind of anywhere you can comment something, and we'll be able to respond to it. Probably in a Q&A feed or some kind of new segment we'll have on later episodes. So that's, thanks for joining us, guys. I think, is there anywhere else we need to touch on real quick?
I don't know. I think I'm excited. I'm really excited for this podcast and working with you, Milan and Steven. We're all here together.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
We're gonna... We love this. We want to learn mental health as much as you want to learn mental health, and we're here for this long ride. And we're going to try to do our best to answer your questions.
Hey guys, so that's going to wrap up episode 1 for us here today. from the Strength and Sanity podcast crew, we thank you for tuning in and listening today. And we hope you guys are really excited about what we have coming down the pipeline here. And we're just as excited to bring you that content. And so a couple things you guys can do for us is please be sure to follow us on all of our social medias. That's Instagram, TikTok.
I guess we got Twitter.
Are we on Twitter?
Well, we will be on Twitter. And please give us a follow, like it, subscribe, tell your friends, family about it, because we're here to help you guys.
If you're not watching this, I don't know by the time this episode is up and running if it's going to be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts by then. It might just be on YouTube. But if it is, be sure to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, subscribe on YouTube, tell anybody and everybody you know about it, because it really does help us out a lot. And do you want to give a few words about our guest sponsor, partner, affiliate marketing, whatever you want to call it?
We're sponsored by Comfort Hoodie.
Yep.
And they give us really nice hoodies, and it's helped us when we were feeling a little depressed or just wants have a heavy-weighted hoodie. And I love their hoodie.
It's pretty nice. The material is, I'm not even, we're not getting paid to say this, but the hoodies are really nice.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I thought it would be just a normal hoodie.
Yeah.
But
no, it's good.
We are convinced that it's really nice. And I think you all should get it too. So if you like it, follow them up too.
Yeah, and if you do, we have our own discount link, Strength and Sanity. It'll be down in the description below, whether you're watching on YouTube. I'm not quite sure how it works with podcasts. It'll put in the description of the podcast video on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'll be on the lookout for that. Instagram, TikTok, check our bios on those. It'll be in there. Try to click directly through that link too, because it'll have the code applied upon checkout.
You get 15% discount. I think that's really nice.
15% off, and 10% of that sale comes back to us. And you, as the viewers, comment down your charity of choice, and at the end of our season, we will be donating all of those comfort profits to the winning charity.
And Melon, do you think we should tell them who our next guest is?
Oh, should we now? I mean, I guess we can give a little sneak peek into the next episode.
Yeah.
So next episode, episode 2, we will be having family medicine doctor Dr. Anil Gupta joining us for an interview, and we're going to kind of hear his thoughts and his perspective on mental health.
And how he helps his patients day to day, what he comes across. There are so many interesting cases that he talks about, and I think it will be a great insight on what he sees, and it will help us to really understand how mental health is a big issue, right?
So that kind of wraps up everything we have here. Make sure to tune in next week if you want to catch in on that interview. And that's kind of all from the crew here at Strength and Sanity Podcast. Any last minute things we're forgetting?
All I gotta say is thank you guys for supporting us, our channel.
Cameraman Steven, you got anything? And that's kind of all from here, us at the Strength and Sanity Podcast crew. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will catch you guys later. Peace!